what is it about a cloche? That glass, just collecting something all together under that beautiful rounded dome. A simple base. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't even have to have a base. This one just happens to have a beautiful base. And then just adding a little trio or a little grouping of something underneath it. And so since we're in the winter season, I thought this little trio of folk art snowman would be perfect. See, look at 1,000 times better just putting them all grouped together underneath that glass dome. Oh, my heart. But I think we can up it just a notch since it is the winter season, and there's just something about lighting something up this time of season that just even makes it better. So a little string of fairy lights added to these snowmen. Don't worry, they're not hot. They're not going to melt them. I just love the look of those fairy lights. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Yvonne and you have landed on Ginger Chick Rehab, where I love to make over the secondhand finds that I find when I'm out thrifting. So in today's video, I am doing some terrariums, some lantern type items, and sharing with you how I get them all styled up for the winter season. I scored this terrarium, almost greenhouse, it's so large, at a recent auction. I just absolutely loved it. And sometimes you have to look outside the box, like not necessarily like the little plant that matches the little holder that's inside. I just really wanted it for what was the outside. So it already has the chippy paint that I love. I think the color is beautiful, other than removing a price tag that's on the bottom and giving it a clean job. I think it is ready to go. So with an item like this, I think it would be fun to change it out for the season. So I don't want to put anything permanent. I want you to be able to take and change the seasons. It is a beautiful terrarium, and just adding some winter decor and then spring decor and then summer decor and then Christmas decor, and you just keep, well, oh, fall, don't forget fall, decor in it. I think it would be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this fake snow batting and I'm just going to cut a square off to lay it in the bottom. I'm not going to glue it. I'm not going to do anything like that. I just really wanted to have that snow effect, but I don't want to make it permanent. Maybe this snow really isn't made to be cut, because no matter how I cut it, it didn't really want to be cut. I guess it was just meant to be laid in how it is, but I'm going to cut it whether it wants to be cut or not, because the more you tear on it, the more you stretch it, the more it stretches, and the more you try to cut it, the more it doesn't cut. But I don't know. I finally kind of achieved what I was going for. Now that I made sure that it fits, it doesn't have to be a nice snug fit. It could have been a little bit smaller. It's really about the decor. But I do want to add some sparklies. It's pretty thin with it just being one layer. But I really love that glass glitter that I had purchased to do some of my Christmas decor. And it's snow. Snow is very glistening, so I think that goes right with the winter season. And did anybody say that bottle brush trees were only for Christmas? I don't know. I don't think so. So I love the thought of a little woodland scene in here. And look at the color of these. They are gorgeous. I'd sagey hunter green. I don't really know, but they just are nice nice shade of green, and I'm not doing anything with the bases. I'm going to leave the bases as is. And then I know you think that deer would be for the Christmas season also, but I don't know. I think white deer can go into winter. Look at these cellulose deer, reindeer almost. They're just absolutely gorgeous with that snowy glistening glass and that beautiful green bottle brush trees. And you know that I'm probably going to have to add some lights to this because I think it'll just be gorgeous. Now, I was on the fence if I wanted to paint this terrarium. The glass could be removed, but I didn't want to commit to something I was going to want to change out often. And sometimes it is nice to have something that's dark. It's in great shape, so sometimes it's better to leave it as is than to take it apart and, you know, take the chance of breaking that glass. So for now, it's going to stay this color. Who knows? You never know. Down the road, I might change it. But now I absolutely loved making that blanket of snow. So we're going to go ahead and do one more for this terrarium. I know, there was probably some way I could have done that differently, so I was able to pick up that snowy a little bit better, but you know, it was fine. It worked. So it was all about just getting it on and getting it done, and I love that little shimmery of that glitter. Oh my goodness. So since the metal on this is so dark, I think I can go with a darker tree. And these bottle brush trees from the Dollar Tree store with that little bit of snow on them are perfectly, as long as they fit underneath. I just wanted to make sure that they weren't too tall. I didn't think that they were. So I'm actually using 3 of them. They are all the exact same size, not doing anything with the base, so we can reuse them for a later project if we want. But just perfect. Yeah, they're all the same size. They're all bought from the dot, but not exactly. And I don't mind that. I'm glad that they're perfectly imperfect. So as I'm playing around, I'm like, you know what? I think I can fit some more of them in there. And I may have a stash of bottle brush trees, so it's nice to be able to get them used up. And then I picked these little fellers up. Oh my gosh, look at those brown moose. I love moose. I just think I don't want to have one as a pet, but I do love the look of the mooses, their little faces and those big old antlers. They were supposed to be, of course, ornaments, but we're just going to take that ornament hanger off and we're just going to stick them in there. See how good that dark looks? Even though we didn't paint the outside, the dark just brings you right into what the subject is. And of course, I've got a pair. We don't want one to be lonely. And you know, it's all about playing around until you love it. So I was squashing too many bottle brush trees in there. So let's get those out so we can move the moose around. And then I think a nice little added, I think it needs one more element, especially with that snow showing. So I just have these smaller pine cones, which, you know, may be a little bit big for the, the trees that are in there. But that'll be that nice other, like, third element going on in there on the top of that snow that it will be perfect. Now for my next one, the creatures that I want to add into it, there's just something about a woodland scene and some little cute animals, and these birdies from the Dollar General fit right in. Though I will have to admit, I do have quite a stash of them because I thought they are the perfect size when you're making little displays or vignettes. They're something worth hoarding on to. So I have a few in my inventory. So I am not going to be keeping them blue. I would like to get them painted up. So I just picked out a nice soft white, and this is Victorian Lace by Fusion. It's a primer, paint, and top coat all in one, so perfect for these little birdies. You don't have to go in with multiple items to finish them off, but I do have to go with multiple coats because, of course, white, and then I'm covering the blue, but that's okay. It's the fun of DIYing. Is this not a gorgeous little lantern? Oh my, I just love the delicate metal on it. Though I bought a set of 3 at a Goodwill and 2 of the hinges on the other 2 are broken. I planned on doing all 3 for the video, but that I guess I'll save the other 2 for another day. But now I want to add this huge piece of greenery in. And I don't mind if it like overflows out the top. I think that will kind of be a cool feature. So instead of like trying to stuff a bottle brush tree in there in that little bitty space, I'm going to use some of this evergreen stem. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this lighted right off the bat. That way there's not a lot of space to work into this one. I can weave it in. I kind of need to weave it in with the greenery a little bit. And then I was like, do I add snow? Do I not add snow? There's so much glass with it. As I always say, you just have to play with something until you love it. And if you don't love it, then take it apart and redo it. So let's see how much I can get into this tiny little space. So this was my first attempt. I added a block. I added a wooden star. But I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the snow. I thought the snow was taken away from the white of the birds. And then when I took it in to stage it for the final pictures, I set it on its side and I fell in love with it. So one of those God wink, didn't know it was going to happen moments. I'm like, this is beautiful tilted on its side. So I changed the wooden block out for an old wooden spool with some labeling still on it. I still love that gold star. And then look it is so pretty without the snow. You're just looking at those beautiful little birds. I love it tilted on its side. So thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, give me a quick comment down which one of the items I made over were your favorites. And have I inspired you to go looking for secondhand finds or taking something that you have in your own home and making it over? And for these, I really didn't want to do it permanently. I wanted to be able to, they're beautiful items, you know, those terrariums, those lanterns. It's nice to be able to change them out for the season, so I didn't want to glue anything down. So thanks again for watching. As always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're checking out this channel for the first time and you liked what you saw, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know we've uploaded a new video. And we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye! And this is my cat, Peach, who likes to be and wondering probably who am I talking to? So he has now found his way to make his way into the videos. So I hope you're a cat lover.